over and the light is coming in, right? And in romantically, they on their life purpose, right, on their life path right now, they are trying to be grateful for everything with this jade mountain. They're trying to see the beauty. They are seeing the beauty in everything, even through this deception. So I'm not feeling like this is deception, that the divine feminine, is deceiving herself. I also don't see this as, her deceiving her divine masculine because of the divine feminines that I'm picking up here, because they're clearly working towards ending relationships, moving forward, clearing the pathway, doing the inner work, letting go. But they're feeling this deception from their divine masculine, and we did have the divine masculine wanting to drop his mask and that masquerade card previously in one of the questions, that he wants to get out of deception. But they are feeling this deception from their divine masculine on their life purpose, and they feel like, he's either lying to himself or lying to her, or both, right? But even through that, they are able to see the beauty in the world, in the beauty in the situation, and be grateful for it. That's what the Jade Mountain is about, right? The universe is helping them on their life purpose, and this has been happening to me, so I really do believe it. They're helping them by, by helping them in their ear chakras. This is the only deck where I've seen ear chakras. But basically, this card talks about noticing messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. And we had the singing and dancing, so you probably, divine masculines are probably sending signs through songs, and you're hearing it, even if it's energetically. But the universe here is helping you on your life purpose, on your life path, by sending you messages in the form of sounds. You could hear it in your meditation, you could hear it in your sleep, just by hearing. They're sending you clear messages that you can hear. And this has been happening a lot with me. I've just been hearing stuff. I have been seeing stuff in my meditation and my dreams as well, feeling that it's really real. But I'm also hearing things, total sentences, and all of that, right? So this is about hearing, noticing the messages as they appear as sounds, music, and words from both the external sources and from within the mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So they are answering their prayers. They are giving them clear messages through sound, through their ear chakra, and that's how they're helping in this connection and this life purpose. And what that's bringing on their ascension journey on this life purpose is grounding them in their physical reality, in their materialistic world, grounding them to the earth. This is the earth energy, the lowest chakra, bringing them practicality and stability, bringing them presence and nature, just connecting with nature and grounding themselves to the earth. This is what they're working on, just really not flying in the air, not being an illusion, right? This is where they are on their life purpose as well. Grounding themselves, it's just the beginning. So of course they're going to start from the bottom. They're beginning to ground themselves in their life purpose because of the way the universe is helping them to, clearly hear stuff, right? And they're looking for practicality and stability in this connection, in their life purpose as well, right? What it is saying here is that overall energy, the divine feminines on their life purpose, and this is very new, they have taken that step, they have accepted it, it's their first steps, right? In this life purpose, on their life mission. So they're still in a little bit of an indecision sort of a space where they want to come out of that indecision. They have taken the decision, but energetically, they probably feel from within, have I done the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? Because all of this, releasing past energy, relationships, jobs, whatever it is, whatever's getting eclipsed out through this eclipse cycle, is tough, right? And even though they have made that decision, and they are moving forward in faith, sometimes that indecision kicks in regarding their life purpose. Am I doing the right thing, right? But they are using their intuition in all aspects of life. They're following their intuition to get out of this indecision energy. Overall, this is how the universe is helping. What they want the divine feminines to know. So you divine feminines have to read these cards together. So it says, begin now, take your first step, because it will manifest. Whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you want, it will manifest a year from now, right? You will be in that place where you want to be, and you will not be questioning this life purpose, because you will realize that, okay, this is my true purpose, right? Whether it is through the manifestation of union with your twin or all of that, right? It will manifest in a year from now. So begin now, but you have to take your first steps now. And I feel like the divine feminines are already doing that. They have taken that leap of faith. Whatever you're guided to do, they are on that life purpose. They have embraced it. Divine masculines are having a little bit of a tough time embracing it, but they have no choice. Everything is being pushed on them, right? But they have that deep knowing, but they're questioning it too much, and they're having psychic exhaustion. So moving on now, the last three questions. Question number 9 is, what are the future energies in the 5D? So we're talking energies after this cycle has ended, towards the end of, what can be expected in the 5D, and the 3D is the next question. By the end of August, early September, once these intense energies of the eclipses are, subsided. So for the divine masculine, what is the future energies? You are going to feel abundant, divine masculines. You are going to feel self-worth. You are going to start cherishing your alone time. This is about, because if you do your work, let me just clarify, in the 5D you're going to feel like this, not in the physical reality. In the 5D you're going to feel like this. In your 5D self, if you're doing your work, if you are accepting all the advice that is being given to you, and you're doing what needs to be done. So the 9 of Pentacles is about feeling single, self-employed, either single or self-employed, and abundant, right? So you will be self-employed, and once it manifests in the 5D, it's law that it will manifest in the 3D if you believe, right? So you have to come into the space of belief, because if you want to manifest this in your 3D as well, in your physical reality, you're going to have to believe in the 5D, and you're going to have to start now, because it takes a few months, it takes a few weeks at least, even if you're on a fast track program, to kind of come into full awareness of how the 5D, 3D kind of works, right? So yeah, in the 5D, you will see this abundance, this happiness, and you will feel, self-empowered, self-employed. You may feel single in the 5D if you don't do the work and you let your divine feminine kind of slip. That's there as well. Clarifying that is the 10 of Winter. We have a lot of 10s here in this reading. So yeah, there is a new beginning that's happening. So the 10 of Winter is about, you will feel abundant in this way. This is your highest self experiencing this, right? I'm repeating it again and again. The next set of questions is about the 3D. So there will be a resolution to difficulty. So your highest self, your 5D, could really experience all of these difficulties, finding a resolution to these difficulties, lifting this weight of your shoulder, that the Divine Feminine is carrying, and you can help her by carrying some of that. So you will lift, lift that weight of your shoulders, and through your 5D, you will be able to, in your 5D, you will be able to end any sort of addictions and codependencies. This is what is happening in your 5D, and know that by that time, end of August, early September, you will be in a space where you will be beginning to manifest this into your physical 3D, because your 5D self has already realized, your higher self will probably tell you how you can resolve these difficulties and how you can lift the weight off your shoulders and how you can end codependent relationships, addictions, all of that stuff. I did get that the Divine Masculine is drinking too much currently, right, with this 9 of Cups reversed. But energetically, in the 5D, towards the end of August, early September, you're not putting in the spiritual work. You're probably still not putting in the spiritual work that is necessary, or you may not need to by then. This is about taking a breath, just kind of relaxing, stepping back, going into meditation, letting the epiphanies happen, and in the 5D. Also, you're probably not energetically, you're not embracing this feminine energy. That's what this card is about, and you feel this way because there is no teamwork, and that's what I was getting. If you don't do the work, it's giving you both the that you will lift. If you do the work, you're going to feel like this, right? Happy, successful. You will get the epiphanies on how to end this troubles and find a resolution to this issue that's going on with your Divine Feminine. But energetically, you may also, if you don't do the work, this is literally saying that if you don't do the work, if you don't do your meditations and things like that, even in the 5D, you will never be able to have fun and embrace this feminine side, embrace your Divine Feminine, and also you may not be able to find that cooperation from your Divine Feminine either in the 3D, in the 5D as well. So this is saying that if you don't do the work, this is what is going to happen, right? But you will do the work, right? Because you're on my channel and you have been forewarned, so you're going to do that, right? Romantically, in the 5D, you're going to find this very light-hearted energy towards your Divine Feminine. You'll want to bring light-hearted, flirty sort of energy is what's going to prevail as a romantic energy in the 5D. And you will sense that through your intuition as well. So there is a very good chance that you may bring this sort of light-hearted energy into the 3D as well, because your intuition will show you very clearly all of that, right? Your 5D self will always be pushing you towards, this is actually how your 5D is pushing you in the outcome, right, in the near future. So it says, if you get nervous, focus on service. So by that time, currently the Divine Feminines are in service, but you will start to embrace your service, and this is how the universe will help your 5D self to understand that service is necessary. You're going to start embracing all of these things in the 5D service. So it says, put your entire attention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. This is exactly what I was talking about. So in the 5D, you are going to be helped. The more you walk towards your life purpose and don't run away from it, the more your materialistic world will start to develop. Everything that you wanted from life will start to happen, right? And because of this help in your 5D, you will be able to get to that forgiveness, which you certainly want to get to. Forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, healing this connection. You will heal this connection in the 5D, right? Letting go, growth, and compassion. You will get into your compassionate space, open up your heart chakra. Your 5D will start to open up its heart chakra, and your higher self is going to help you understand this. The 5D is about your higher self, right? Your higher self will be able to heal and forgive yourself and others and everybody involved in the situation. So that light-hearted energy that you want to bring to the romance, it's going to come from your 5D self, right? In the near future, by the end of August or early September, because you would have worked through so much by then through this eclipse energy. And if you haven't done it yourself, the universe is forcing it on you. I can just see it. So you are going to be, your higher self is going to be it's going to choose to focus on the lighter side of life. It's going to live in the humor as an overall energy. That's wonderful, right? Also green, again, green is always the heart chakra to me, opening up, right? So you will be able to live in, choose the lighter side of life. This is what your higher self will keep nagging you for. You feel it in your 3D as well, but you may still be you may be trying to put your finger on it if you're not meditating, but this is your higher self. This is where your higher self will be by end of August, early September. Well, in your higher self, well, you're in love. You will be, it says, love flows through you and to you, right? Voyage of the heart. So your higher self will embrace love. That's what the universe is telling me. There are big happy changes in the 5D that are coming in by the end of August, early September. Big happy changes. And once it starts to manifest in the 5D, once it starts to happen in the 5D, it's just a matter of belief and trust. As simple as that. And then it's law that it will all manifest into your 3D as well. And there's some career progress here. So your 5D will understand how to become, prosperous. But you will find that through love. Happiness you will find through love, right? Through the voyage of the heart. So that's where you are in the 5D by end of August, early September. Let's see where the Divine Feminine is at in the 5D by end of August, early September. She's the Princess of Swords here, which is the Page of Swords in reverse. So this card really, when it's upright, it kind of talks about bringing the truth, a little small message of a small truth or a part of the truth. But to me, this also talks about, not necessarily, stalking, but kind of spying, right? Kind of spying on the divine masculine and stuff like that. So the 5D, the higher self, is going to start nagging by the end of August, early September, that there is no need to that. So, this is coming out of that energy and not choosing to speak the truth and stuff like that. And it totally depends. Energies keep changing, but it totally depends on where the divine masculine is at. Because she's going to the divine feminine is going to not really bring any sort of light-hearted truth or part of the truth, because I feel like she wants the whole truth, and she's going to stop. Her higher self is going to tell her, stop spying, stop doing all of this stuff. This could also be excessive spying. Some readers will read this as excessive spying. So that could be it as well. And the reason why I say that is because what is clarifying it is the Two of Cups, the Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups in the traditional tarot. So she's going to be in this energy of, excessive spying or coming out of spying, because in both situations she knows the truth, because she's going to want to heal this relationship. In the 5D, this relationship is going to start getting healed. They're going to have, and the Divine Masculine had that too. Whatever difficulties are there, the higher self is going to give that epiphany on how the weight can be lifted off his shoulders and how a resolution can be reached. So this is about falling in love. So she will realize about, this connection. She'll want a serious commitment. She may be ready to make a serious commitment by then as well. Work through all of her energies, because her higher self is pushing her in that direction. There will be forgiveness, resolution, and the divine masculine also had the forgiveness card, right? In his 5D space, right? Humor. I think there was forgiveness somewhere. Yes, the heart chakra will open up and there will be forgiveness, right? So yeah, you will, in the 5D, you all will be able to forgive each other. There will be forgiveness and healing of this relationship, which is beautiful. And in the 5D, you will start co-creating. So you, you with your divine masculine, as well as, sorry, I have these cards that have fallen down. I just have to pick them up. So you with your divine masculine will be able to really co-create, right? And co-creation happens with the help of the divine. So there will be the help of the divine in this situation, right? Helping you to co-create, and you'll start to realize, the divine feminine will start to realize that I have to let the divine in. I cannot just do everything with my small self, right? That is what this talks about. So co-creation will start to happen for the divine feminine, and obviously it can't happen without the divine masculine. So there will be co-creation, and he feels like there is no, that there is no teamwork, there is no cooperation that is happening here, but there is clearly cooperation that is happening, right? By the end of August, early September, your higher self will start to push the divine feminine towards this co-creation, towards wanting to co-create with her divine masculine, and letting the divine take over and bring the divine energy as well, and not try to do everything by their small self. However, clarifying that is the fairy lovers in reverse. So she may start to work on this business and things like that, but she did have the Two of Cups, which is the same card, really, and she'll be able to do this because there will be in her higher self, I feel like she's not accepting. By then she's in a space where she does want to co-create, she wants to move towards her, healing, and everything is happening, but there's still some time for it to manifest in the physical reality, the romance side of things. She will come to that realization that there is still, some time for the romance to kind of manifest into, the love to kind of manifest, new love and courtship and romance and falling in love. She has fallen in love in the 5D, but she will realize that, there is co-creation happening, but currently there is a need to not embrace this love in and bring it into the 3D, is what I'm getting if I read these cards together, because this is the clarifying card. So that is what I'm getting from this card. Romantically in the 5D, she knows she's in love, she's seen it. Co-creation is also about working together. So because she may understand her 5D self, her higher self might start nagging her to get into that business or whatever it is, or partnership, and start to co-create, or life mission, understanding life path. Maybe she'll want to get the divine and co-create with a divine masculine on her life path, on her life purpose. But romantically, in the 5D, she knows, it is going to bring her inner conflict in the 3D at that time, but she knows that this could be the one. There is going to be inner conflict, but she knows that this is the one, that she has met the romantic partner that she has been seeking all her life. The 5D self is going to be helped, the higher self is going to be helped by the universe. The divine feminine is going to be helped by the universe in her higher self to cut the cords. That's how the universe is going to help her help you, divine feminines, in your 5D, in your higher self space. It says, ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So I guess by then the universe would have cut these cords that are still holding on, that are still blocking this union. So those cords will be cut, right? And what is that going to bring on the ascension process? What is that going to bring her on the ascension process? Where is her 5D self going to be in? Choice. She's going to make that choice, right? By cutting these cords, she'll be able to make the choice that she wants to in the solar plexus chakra. She will have the willpower, the courage to change, bring that change into her life. And I'm getting that so much because of this third party situation. Usually it is the masculine that's in a karmic relationship, but I don't want to generalize, because the divine feminine can be in, a karmic relationship as well, because always karmic relationships are not because they are running. Karmic relationships come in to prepare you for the divine union as well, in so many ways, by teaching lessons. And that's where she's at. She would be in her space to be able to make this choice and move forward, right? And she will be in trust. She will come into full trust. Whatever little she is not trusting, whatever doubts she has, by the end of August, early September, in her highest self, she will trust. She will understand that, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. She will know. And the 5D, whatever I've spoken about in the 5D, this is what you're going to be pushed towards, divine masculines and divine feminines, because your higher self would have these realizations and it would be pushing you in that direction, right? So she will be in trust. That's the overall energy. And there's huge transformation, because the universe says that there's abundance. So by the end of August, early September, her higher self would have sensed this abundance in her life, in the physical. Like she is wanting to bring this abundance into her physical reality by then, right? Because right now she's doing the inner work, which is very necessary to clear her energies to get to the space where she can manifest, right? And she is going to go through a major transformation, which is going to bring her a fresh new way of living. A fresh new way of living emerges for the divine feminine in the highest self, right? She's going to start realizing that a major transformation has already happened. And yes, if she's letting go of her past, karmic relationships, karmic situations, then that's what it is. Okay, 3D, let's see by the end of August, early September, where the divine masculine and feminine will be in the 3D space, in the reality, in the physical, right? So let's just see. First with the divine masculine. Well, the divine masculine is he's going to be guarding. He's still not really opening up too much, right? He wants to, but he's not. He's holding on to, and this is not really emotions. This is more about the earthly realms and the earthly possessions from his divine feminine, because this is the queen of autumn, and I feel like this is the queen, this is how he's viewing her at that time, right? So he sees her as generous, stylish, gracious, and practical, right? He is going to want to be practical with respect to how to proceed in the 3D. He will want to proceed, but he's really guarding what he has built. He's going to hold on. This is the card of the miser as well, the Four of Pentacles, a little bit different than the previous Four of Pentacles that we read here. But the Four of Pentacles really talks about meeting someone. I mean, Four of Pentacles really talks about kind of holding on and guarding your finances and your earthly possessions too closely So even by the end of August, early September, I do feel like there are major changes that the divine masculine is going through, because I can see them here, in the future cards. Uh, yeah, we have another 44. There's abundance, a lot of abundance. He's coming in. But this abundance that he's kind of coming into in the 3D, you divine masculines are holding on to it too tight, like, not letting it slip from under your feet. You could realize that there are probably people around you, or that you've let these things slip too easily. So in this connection, in the 5D, he's still closed up regarding his earthly possessions and his self-worth a little bit, but he is looking at the divine feminine as his queen of pentacles, right? Which is reversed currently on the life path. He, yeah, on his life path, but he is going to see, you are going to see them as generous, stylish, gracious, and practical. And you'll want to be practical with respect to how you move forward in this connection. And you do see your divine feminine in 3D at the time as someone who can, make anything more beautiful, and someone who can make your dreams a reality, right? So that's where you are. Energetically, you will want to be fair, though. You may start something new with your divine feminine, or you may be thinking about it, but you'll want to be fair, right? Energetically, you'll feel like, I need to be fair, everything needs to be balanced, there should be justice in the situation, because you're currently coming in feeling unjustified. You will be feeling fair and justified in the situation as well. Clarifying that, the reason why you will come into that very balanced, fair energy is because